now?
So this is up close.
It must have hit like here or something.
What was it? Do you remember Dude, what?
Mark, a college student in Indiana, lived near a quiet patch of woods. One Saturday night, he and his friends, Kyle, Keenan, and Derek, decided to unwind in the hot tub. While they were soaking, the group suddenly heard footsteps coming from the direction of the woods. They scanned the area but couldn't see anyone. About 10 minutes later, things took a disturbing turn. A man stepped out from the trees. He introduced himself as Seth, and without hesitation, stripped down to nothing but his underwear. What happened next was even more unnerving. Seth began rambling and eventually admitted to committing a crime. The confession was so disturbing that the group quickly ordered him to leave. But later that same night, Seth returned and stood outside, staring at them through the window. The friends immediately called the police, and Seth was taken into custody. But just days later, an attempted break-in occurred at a nearby house. That's when Mark started to realize Seth might not have been acting alone. While camping far out in the wilderness, a group of campers awoke to a chilling sight. Right outside their tent stood a tiger, staring at them in the dark. They froze in shock, too afraid to move, but fortune was on their side. The tiger, seemingly just as startled by the campers, quickly turned away and vanished back into the forest. Connie and Chelsea, two friends who often vlog their camping trips, decided to venture into the daring woods. At first, they were excited, eager to experience the forest's unsettling history for themselves. After a long hike and setting up camp, however, that excitement slowly gave way to fear.
And
That's just people.
I heard a scream.
It's just people. Should we fucking go?
You've got to stick it up a bit. Mate, how are we going to go? We've got so much stuff.
I don't give a fuck.
Nothing really that bad's happened, just the light's gone off twice.
Oh, you were shitting yourself.
Yeah, it is, because it's creepy, because it went back on when I pressed it on again, and to turn that off you have to hold it down for about 4 seconds. It doesn't just turn off.
Okay.
But the other one stayed on, so maybe that one was just running out, I don't know.
Should we go to sleep? Should we go to sleep now?
Turn the lights off.
The car's there.
Yeah, I know. But
There's a mosquito in there.
got it. We need to stay quiet because there are people. That wasn't a ghost. That was a person.
As night fell, strange noises echoed through the trees. I heard a scream, one whispered. "It's just people," the other tried to reassure, though neither sounded convinced. Their nerves grew worse when one of their lights mysteriously went out. "It doesn't just switch off like that," Chelsea explained. "You have to hold the button down for several seconds." Another light flickered, then stayed on. They debated whether to pack up and leave, but with so much gear, they hesitated. The girls huddled in the tent, whispering. "That wasn't a ghost," one said quietly. "That was a person." Every sound outside only added to their unease. By morning, they were exhausted from a sleepless night filled with anxiety. Deciding they had seen more than enough, Connie and Chelsea packed their belongings and swore they would never return to the daring woods again. While out camping one night, a man came across a massive, strange-looking insect clinging to a tree, and it left him seriously unsettled. He explained, "So me and my wife are out here camping. I stepped out of the tent tonight to, take care of business. I walk up beside this tree and see this thing right here. Looks like it's hibernating or something. I don't know what in the world is going on." The insect was huge, with thick legs and a bulky body that made it look even more intimidating. After some searching, he learned it was a Dobson fly, an unusual insect that can grow to an impressive size, with wingspans reaching nearly 5 inches. Males are known for their long, tusk-like mandibles, while females carry powerful jaws capable of delivering a sharp bite. Fortunately, despite their frightening appearance, Dobson flies aren't actually dangerous to people. Still, the camper admitted he wasn't exactly comfortable sleeping just a few feet away from one. A couple was driving through a remote stretch of Oregon when they stumbled on something completely unexpected.
Look at this. There's... What the hell? Just randomly in the middle of the forest, in the middle of nowhere, this... I don't even know. Anyway.
Okay, my husband is on it. It's crazy. Like, where did this come from? Let me show you around surrounding areas. Hold on. Okay, so we can't figure out where this came from. How crazy. I'm gonna walk up to it. Okay, so here's my Forerunner. There's nothing else weird around here. And this is the craziest thing. And I don't want somebody's lame ass reasoning for this because there honestly isn't one.
Well, there's no trees broken.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Look up the hill. Not even there.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's crazy. So this is up close. What? How does this even happen? We've gone up this road. There's never been anything here. How? And my husband climbed it, so it's like sturdy. What the hell? I'm sorry, this is giving me the heebie-jeebies. This is like too weird.
She pans the camera to show the surrounding area. She walks closer, filming their Forerunner parked nearby. There were no broken trees, no evidence of a storm, nothing to explain it. Up close, the scene was stranger still. A massive tree stood upright in the middle of the road, blocking their path. But it wasn't a naturally grown tree. It looked as if someone had ripped it out by the roots, flipped it upside down, and slammed it back into the earth. Her husband climbed onto the trunk to test it, but it wouldn't shift. "It's sturdy," she says. "What the hell? How does this even happen?" "I'm sorry. This is giving me the heebie-jeebies," she adds, visibly shaken. "This is just too weird." Given Oregon's long history of Bigfoot reports, their thoughts immediately turned to that possibility. And plenty of people online agreed. To many viewers, it looked like classic Bigfoot behavior. While hiking deep in New York's Catskill Mountains, 2 explorers stumbled across something deeply unsettling hidden inside a cave. It was a crude, hand-carved statue with 6 rusty nails driven straight into its eyes and a grimy cord tied tightly around its neck. The hikers said the object radiated a dark, menacing energy. Against their better judgment, they carried it home, a choice they would soon regret. Within days, their house was overtaken by strange activity. Disturbing noises echoed through the rooms, foul odors filled the air, and fleeting shadow figures crept along the walls. They even claimed the statue shifted positions on its own, while muddy footprints appeared out of nowhere. One night, things escalated. They saw a twisted, human-like figure crouched in the corner of the dark. The statue came to be known as the Crone, and it was eventually handed over to a paranormal museum. But even there, it caused havoc, triggering sudden illness, seizures, and unexplained disturbances among staff and visitors. The Crone has since been removed from public view, with plans underway to return it to the cave where it was first discovered. A few years ago, Beck, Matthew, and Tyler decided to check out a sewer tunnel near their neighborhood. At first, a patrol officer spotted them and told them to leave. Undeterred, they came back later that night, this time parking farther away and bringing flashlights. They stepped into the tunnel and immediately noticed something odd. A fresh date spray-painted on the wall.
Oh, I see a light down there, you see it?
I think I saw movement. Wait. What's that? Hello?
We keep going?
Can we keep going?
Bro. Dude, and these icicles can like impale you, dude. Look how
They tried to press on, nervously joking and urging each other forward. At one point, someone warned, "Watch out, those icicles can impale you. Look how long they are." A sudden loud crack rang out from farther inside the tunnel and panic set in. They ran, and in the scramble, Beck realized his phone was gone. Reluctantly, they turned back to search for it. While retracing their steps, another strange moment made them freeze.
I feel like my pocket got like a little emptier over here. Like somewhere over here. Matthew, go over here this way.
no, dude, that's when we heard the noise.
Shit, dude. Do I have to go back there?
You're going first, bro.
We're not leading the way. Yeah, somebody else lead the way, please.
No, it's your phone.
It must have hit like here or something.
What was it? Do you remember?
The tension ratcheted up as they debated who would go. That same night, later at home, one of their doorbells rang twice. When they checked, no one was there. Was it just a coincidence, or had something come out of that tunnel with them? A man was hiking alone in the forest when he came across something unsettling. On the ground lay a collection of strange bones, likely from an animal, arranged in eerie patterns, almost as if some sort of ritual had taken place there. Disturbed by what he saw, he quickly left the woods and later uploaded a photo online, asking for an explanation. Some commenters speculated it could be a spirit totem, while others suggested it was meant to ward off evil. Whatever the meaning, he decided it was best not to return. The truth about what was happening in that forest remained a mystery, and he wasn't eager to find out. One night, someone was walking home through the woods when they noticed movement up ahead. As the figure stepped into the light, they froze in shock. The creature was completely white, crouched low to the ground, with pitch-black eyes that seemed to stare straight into the camera. It didn't resemble anything familiar. Its appearance was an eerie blend of human-like and animal-like features. Some viewers insisted it looked like a person in a Halloween costume, while others weren't so sure. To this day, no solid evidence has surfaced online to explain what it was, so the question remains, what exactly did they capture that night? Exploring with fighters and his friend decided to camp out in the daring woods. They set up camp deep in the forest. But soon, eerie screams began echoing through the trees.
I don't think we're going to be alone all night then.
No, you'll be surprised.
Did you have the top bit of your tent?
Some in the roof box. Right, take these bunches off. So we're already hearing some almighty screams. Now it could be just kids messing around, but we still are quite early. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, so I'm assuming that's what it is.
At first, they thought it was just kids messing around, but the sounds quickly turned unsettling. Hello.
See what I mean? What's this place named? Screaming Woods. Oh, for God's sake. What are we doing? Bro, it could just be kids messing around, but there's still screaming coming from the woods. Yeah. That sounds like help.
Followed by what sounded like cries for help, the team searched the woods but found no one. As the tension grew, they quickly packed up, deciding it was best to leave the haunted woods before things got worse. It was the dead of night as these hikers explored a remote cemetery deep in the woods. One of them later shared the story on Reddit, saying they felt like something was watching them. Then suddenly they noticed this.
Yeah.
dark figure hiding in the bushes, terrified they ran. Who or what was that person? And what were they doing out there alone in the dark? Did they disturb something they shouldn't have? A woman hiking alone on the Appalachian Trail experienced a different kind of terror. The morning had been perfect, clear skies, steady hiking, and even an unexpected lunch with a friend. But as she neared a quiet shelter off the trail, everything shifted. Seated at a picnic table was a man dressed in blaze orange. At first, she assumed he was a hunter. Then he motioned for her to come closer and calmly said, "Please, someone's trying to poison me." Something about the way he spoke, measured, almost rehearsed, made her uneasy. She quickly realized either he was mentally unstable, under the influence of something, or perhaps attempting to lure her in for something far worse. Her instincts told her to leave. She turned and ran. Behind her, the man shouted, demanding she stop and come back. But she kept going, pushing through roots, rocks, and deep mud as adrenaline fueled her escape. Shaking and breathless, she called her dad, who immediately contacted police. The Forest Service later sent someone to investigate, ensuring she was safe. That night, she reached the next shelter unharmed. Yet one question stayed with her. Had she done the right thing by running, or should she have tried to help the man? In Nicholas County, West Virginia, a school principal had the fright of his life while unlocking a dumpster outside the school. Without warning, a massive black bear sprang out, just feet from where he stood. Later, trail camera footage revealed how the bear had managed to climb in before startling him. Fortunately, no one was harmed. Chase Pryor and his friend were out for a morning jog on a trail in Newark, Ohio, when things took a terrifying turn. At first, the clown just stood there, motionless, staring. Then, without a word, it started walking toward them. Chase and his friend froze, unsure what to do, until the clown suddenly broke into a full sprint, a knife glinting in its hand.
What the What? Dude, here's a knife. Yo, Patrick, here's a knife. Dude, what the...
What the? They ran as fast as they could, their camera catching the chaos before cutting out. They'd heard whispers about creepy clowns around town, but they never expected to encounter one themselves. Fortunately, they escaped unharmed. Michael went to explore Pluckley, a village famous for its hauntings. It's tucked beside the unsettling Daring Woods, an area known for strange occurrences. As he steps into the trees, he begins to sense that something is there.
There's some movement over here somewhere. Who was that walking in the woods here? There's somebody here. Please come forward and show yourself to me. That was odd. There was some movement here somewhere. Just behind me there. Who's here, please? Who's here? I can hear somebody. Whatever it is, it's keeping a distance. Hope you can see that through the camera. There's something here, somewhere. Sorry, I know it's difficult to see. Let's just come back up here. I think what I may do, I've got my other phone with me, so I may try that to see if I can get the Spirit Talker connected. Okay, so I managed to get the Spirit Talker app working. So I thought what we do, if we have a look down this pathway, because this is the area where I heard the footsteps. So let's take a little walk down here and just see if anything wants to come forward and maybe show themselves to us or talk to us in some way. Certainly even with the rain, I can hear the rain on the canopy of the trees, but there's some very strange noises going on. And Daring Woods is well known for it.
He calls out, "Please come forward and show yourself." Small movements keep appearing just out of view. Whatever it is, it keeps its distance, appearing only as fleeting shapes and shadows that the camera sometimes catches. Hoping to gather evidence, he pockets an EMF meter and lifts his body camera. Hopefully you can see that on the footage.
Would you mind coming forward? Thank you very much for that. I can see that you're here. As I said, there is no electromagnetic field. because the phone's switched off. Well, it's in airplane mode, so there's no internet or anything. Thank you for that. And I know the camcorder isn't setting it off because it never has before. And there's no... Please show yourself in this camera if you would. Come forward to me. If you see anything I don't, please just point it out in the comment section if you would. Because I know there's been things moving around us tonight.
He tells the camera. The paths stretch on for miles in every direction as he moves toward a static camera set up earlier. In the distance, odd howling noises echo through the trees. He presses on up a trail, then pauses. He hears footsteps and sees more shadows. The feeling of being watched grows stronger. He tries to communicate with whatever might be nearby, speaking directly to the woods. He notes the phones are in airplane mode and the camcorder hasn't triggered any readings before, so the equipment shouldn't be causing false signals. While editing the video, Michael notices something chilling, an indistinct shadowy figure captured on camera, a shape he hadn't seen while filming. What exactly was it? Back in 2015, a group of explorers came across something truly strange, washed up on a riverbank near Snov, a small Russian town built in the 1950s for the Leningrad nuclear plant. What they found looked nothing like anyone had ever seen. An elongated body, strange clawed feet, and a skull that didn't resemble any known animal. Some experts initially guessed it might be a mutated chicken embryo, but others weren't so sure, saying it looked more like something extraterrestrial. No one knows how it ended up near the plant, but many believe radiation might have altered local wildlife, creating this creepy creature. Whether it's an alien mutation or something else entirely, the mystery remains unsolved. Late one night in New Mexico, a camera set up to catch vandals recorded something strange. A small child alone standing beside a little girl's grave. Just after midnight, the mother of the girl buried there swears it's her daughter, the same one who passed away not long ago. She says there is no other explanation. Why would a child be there alone in the middle of the night? The gate was locked. No footprints were found, just this one haunting image. So who or what did this camera capture that night? JJ Retro ventured into a creepy abandoned house at night. In a quiet English village outside, they came across a spooky tree with a rope and a wooden plank. Definitely not something you want to see inside. Each room feels more unsettling than the last.
This is creepy. This is probably the creepiest building we've done so far in our urban exploring career.
Oh, they try to joke off their fear, but it's clear something doesn't feel right.
Jen, what was that noise? It's quite dark upstairs.
Then, strange noises echo from upstairs, so they cautiously head up.
Hey, it's Jen. Whoa, it's around. No.
Hello?
Only to find a rocking chair moving on its own. Pirate of the chair is hidden behind the doorway, so maybe someone was making it move, but if not, this house might really be haunted. A solo camper spent the night in a quiet plantation, nestled between rows of rubber and oil palm trees. Unaware of the dark history tied to the land, he pitched his tent, cooked dinner, and settled into his normal routine. But something about this night felt different. The silence carried an unsettling weight. By 2 a.m., strange noises echoed through the area. When he finally tried to sleep, something unexplainable occurred. his bike shifted on its own. There was no wind, no animals, just movement. Later, when he reviewed footage from the camera aimed at his tent, he noticed a translucent figure lingering just outside. It appeared for only a few seconds, right after the bike had moved. The rest of the night was filled with knocks and an oppressive silence that made sleep impossible. By dawn, the uneasy feeling hadn't gone away. He quickly packed up and left. Later, speaking with locals, he learned of a violent land dispute years earlier, where a man had been brutally killed. According to them, his spirit still roams the plantation, searching for justice. For the camper, that explained everything. A man was driving through a forest road when a huge moose suddenly appeared right in front of the car. Most people would have backed up and waited for the moose to move, but this man didn't. He started honking. It wasn't until the moose began attacking the car that the man started reversing. He then waited silently, hoping the animal would leave on its own. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.